Welcome back to today's YouTube video. Today we are going to train my favorite session. It's going to be leg session. We are going to train with one of my good friends, Zacharias. I will put his Instagram name at the bottom so you can just check him out. But today the main point, we are going to have 4 different compound movements. We're gonna have some pendulum squat variation, we're gonna have some RDLs, some leg press, and then we will see if we may do some DB Bulgarian split squat or how we increase or what we implement in the session. But today is, I have seen very much to this session, because actually I only have 1 leg session at a week, and the main purpose of this is due to my different training split that I have right now. But it's getting better. I have improved very much my legs since I only have 1 leg session every week. But as usual, I am drinking the Monster and the White Monster, as you say, and you probably know these are the best and the classic ones. So I just think we will go and start. I may talk a bit about the exercises and maybe explain a little bit how I do, but there will also be some cinematics or a combination today. So let's get to it. Yep. Alright, boys and girls, my friend Zacharias, he is just chilling in the sofa. But he's preparing himself mentally, because usually before sessions we had together, they were very tough. So he's a bit tired, right? I will put him on a good training session. Let's go, buddy.
Let's go.
Alright, everybody. First exercise we're going to start with is going to be some calf raises, and my friend Zacharias is just warming up. We're going to warm up as usual, make between 8 and 6 reps just to warm up before we go to our working sets. And as we get into more our session, we will slow down the warm-ups, because our body will be a good point to work out. So let's go. Next exercise we have on the program is going to be lying leg curls. The main focus we have here is we are holding our hips into the couch, we pull down, and we focus on only working our hamstrings. So we also have the focus on pushing our knees into the couch. That way we are isolating our hamstrings the most and getting the most out of the exercise. Because let's be honest, who doesn't want to grow? So you might as well do it right and take maybe less weight, but then have the exercise on a good status, because then you're gonna maximize your work. We're gonna do some warm-ups, and then we're gonna go straight into our working set. Next exercise is going to be pendulum. I don't know if some of you have tried this one before, but if you have tried it, you know that you don't have to take as much weight to know that it's getting harder. So let's try to see if we can get 1 more rep today, and if Zacharias can get 2 or 3 more reps, because he's feeling strong today, but he looks a bit tired. I just want to say that if you've just seen how I do my sets, you've maybe seen that I have changed my shoes. And the main purpose of this one is because on all our squat variants, you want to have your feet placed as touching all the way to the plate that we are on. You don't want to have like my shoe over here has some air inside. This one, when I get some weight on and do my working set, my feet is not going to be stable and it's going to be moving due to the weight on the shoes. Therefore, I take a shoe where the feet stands along the plate all the way, and we have a stable, a good stabilization during our sets. Just a little tip from here. Our back offset for this exercise is going to be lower weight and then higher reps. And when we can't take any more, we are going to be spotting each other to get past the barrier where you can't lift at all, but then you go again and again and again. We will do so to make, first of all, to get stronger, and second of all, to get an even better pump, and it's getting even harder. So first of all, it's going to be Zacharias, and then I'm going to be under the pendulum. Targeting our hamstrings, going back with our hips and forward. The main focus over here is to work with pull the weight with your hamstrings and not with your back, as I see many people do. Otherwise, you also have an increased potential to have an injury. So we're just gonna take 2 warm-up sets and get straight into our working set. So let's go. What's up, everybody? We are back. We are doing very well. My session currently is doing very well. I have broken some numbers. Others I have maintained. In my ideal, I tried to go 5 kg more, and I got how much? I got 5 reps, almost 6 reps, which is actually very good. But the thing is, I just want to say that Zacharias, my friend, he had to go home because he both had to go to an event, and he also had some headache. He has had some headache the past days, and another point that I want to explain to you is that, or tell you, is that when you sometimes training or session after session, you have headache or you have your muscles are sore, it might be time to take a rest week from the training to give your body a good time to recover. I also take it. Right now I'm doing very well, but otherwise I would also take it when I've trained for about 2 straight months. I might take 1, 2, 3 days completely off the gym to give my body a good time to recover and to come back more stronger than I am. But that's why I'm going to be only training now. But I have one more set, one back-off set on the RDLs, and then we're going to do some leg press, seated leg curls, and I'm actually done for today because it's a very good session and we have good pump. So let's get the last one done, and I will tell you when I'm on the next exercise. Alright everybody, next exercise we're going to do, it's going to be seated leg curls. gonna focus on having our lower back into the couch all the way and pushing towards the machine so that you have your lower back always contracted into the couch. That way you are focusing very much on your hamstring, because that's what we were trying to work this time. I see a lot of people trying, when they are pulling, but they can't pull anymore. They start pulling with all the body, and they forget to have their lower back pushed into the couch. That means that your back isn't at a good position. Therefore, the risk of injury is quite higher. But I'm also a little bit of freak of the technique. But yeah, just put it a bit back. I'm gonna take that. And you're gonna see that my lower back is always into the couch, as you can see here, straight up. So when we pull this down, we can focus much more. When we are sitting here, we can focus much more on pulling with our hamstrings, which at the end we are trying to maximize, because that's what we are trying to train with this exercise. Getting to that point into my session where mentally I'm meeting my barrier, my wall. Now is the time when I have the most mental practice in the time when I make my sessions, because my body tells me I'm tired, it hurts. But that's when you have to focus and try to keep doing more reps, because that's when the muscle really works. If the working set is easy, you're not trying, you're not working, like you're not overcoming the barrier of your muscle. And we want to overcome the barrier of our muscle, because that's when we are making improvement. That's when the muscle is growing, and that's when we are making progress, which is what we are trying to make here. I, for example, took exactly the same exactly the same reps as last time, 12 reps, but I increased 2.5 kg. And I actually felt that I hit my hamstrings much better than last time, which overall I'm very glad. But we have one back off set, and we're gonna do some quad pump afterwards. With after done, and I'll try that. I'm going to get some good sleep tonight, because I'm very tired right now. We gotta push through the last sets. Let's go, baby! Let's get the last set. You didn't see what I just did. You just saw the back offset, but I took the same weight as before for 13 reps, and I just went down a bit of weight, actually a lot of weight. We went down to 35, and when you do these things, just after a high volume, a heavy set, the way you take them afterwards feels such fucking heavy. The last set's just 35 kg, But I then do sometimes I do just to get a little bit much of pump. I like to do a little drop set where I go down a lot in weight and do just pumping out some reps. I know it's not the best for progression and it's not the best for muscle gain. But sometimes, just for the fun thing, it's quite funny to see how much pump you can get and how much blood you can get into the muscle. For example, now I just took 35 kg for 13 or 14 reps, I don't remember, but high reps, just pumping out until the muscle can't even more. And the pain is quite heavy, but I like it. I know if I had a spotter, I could take some more reps. But I also want to don't do it as much because it's not the best way to progress and to gain muscle. Because my philosophy and the way I train is to train. The first set is training a lot of weight the first set and less reps, and the next set I'm going less weight for more reps. That way I can track much more my progress and at the same time get stronger, because when I take much more weight, I do it for between 6 and 9 reps, and usually when I am around 8 to 9 reps, I go down up in weight, and then I go for 6 reps only. But then this last set is just a funny set, just to pump some iron, as the good old gym buddies would say on the Gold Iron Gym, pumping some iron. But it's quite funny to do sometimes, but then not the best for gaining muscle. But yeah, right now I think I'm just going to see my leg pump, my quads pump, and we are basically done for today. So let's try to see how the muscle is, and then you will see how my legs are. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching today's video. We are basically done today. It was a very good session. I would though say that I know myself quite well, and therefore I know that sometimes when I am on this set and I get pressure, very much pressure mentally, I know that sometimes I have quite a mental barrier that I have to overcome to push further. Sometimes I get through it and sometimes I don't, and everybody has the same thing. You can't every time progress, but the main point, if we see the overall image of this progress, you have to constantly be in progress. So if I look back for 5 weeks ago, for example, with my logbook, which I track my sessions, I can see that I took much more weight. I have increased in progress, and also I have increased in doing my sets much faster, but still efficient. That's also another thing that you want to take into consideration, that your sessions don't have to be, or necessarily to be, like 3 hours. Sometimes you just want to have 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I go for maximum 2 hours, just pumping my sets on and being focused on the sets, because then you get more out of it. But yeah, if we see my main journey, the main line, I am progressing. So that means that when you have some sessions, if you think about the line which has to go upright, if you sometimes on that line have some points where it goes down, that's okay. The main whole image of this line, as long as this is upwards, which in my case is, we are very good, and we are progressing, which is what we want. So I couldn't be more glad. Right now I'm in a stage where my sleep, my focus, and my diet is quite on point. So it couldn't be better. So right now I am trying to get the most out of my sessions, and as well as I pushed myself further. Last Wednesday I have 2 sets of leg extension and some leg work also on Wednesday. I can feel it today, and I can feel that I pushed more that Wednesday than that I'm used to. So today I could feel that in some sessions mentally I was a bit more tired, but it was a very good session. I broke some numbers, and others I had maintained, which I'm very glad about. So otherwise, right now I'm going to have my post meal, which is some carbohydrates and some protein, just to get my body a good recovery after a good session. And afterwards I am just going, what time is it right now? Right now it's about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm just thinking that I'm going to get my post. I have two more meals to go, and afterwards I'm just going to get some good sleep, because tomorrow I'm going to have a good back arm session, and maybe we're also going to film that some what I do in a day, or how my diet is during a day. Just let me know in the comments if you would like to see more of how my diet is and how I do on my daily basis. But otherwise, tomorrow I will look further to that session, because it's one of my favorite also. But yeah, I have no further things to say, but thank you for following my video today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see any different content, or if you would like to see how I have maybe a transformation video, so let me know if you would like to see that. Otherwise, I want to say thank you very much for following my journey, and to those of you who know me personally, I am very glad that you support me. So therefore, I am just gonna say thank you very much, see you on the next video, and have a good time.